Welcome to this new video. I'm the PC Collector, and on today's video I'm bringing you another Compaq machine. Yes, another Compaq, because most of my machines are Compaq or IBM. See me, I have certain preferences for when it comes to retro computers. And today I'm bringing the big brother of the Armada M300, the M700. Although, well, it's only the big brother in terms of size. In terms of hardware, I'm not sure if this machine is actually better than the 300. I'd say no. This machine has been sitting on my stash for a while. It is in need of some repair. It is even missing a part of the case, which requires to be stapled. And at this point I don't know where it has gone, because it's a very small part which might have gone missing completely. And this machine is in need of some love. It works. I've just tested that it works, but yeah, you are saying where this part of plastic is missing. So yeah, this machine is in need of a bit of love, among other things because someone decided that it was a good idea to install Windows XP on a Pentium 2 machine with 64 megabytes of RAM. So you can guess that the experience is far from being an enjoyable one. So I'm going to also replace the RTC battery, which I already have prepared with my usual repair method, because the original one was dead. You have a link to a tutorial in the corner if you want to know how to do this kind of repairs. So yeah, I'm going to add 64 more megabytes of RAM for a total of 128. Replace the mechanical hard drive by SSD 1, and well, replace the RTC battery, which I already have ready to repair. Yesterday, before I started preparing that, I just did a brief. I just pretty much turned it on just to see how it was and what it needed to be done. So, in principle, this shouldn't be very hard repair, because there's not a lot of stuff which needs to be done. It's possible that I might need to permanently remove. It's possible that I might need to permanently remove the modem, because I'm not sure if the RTC battery is going to fit in its original place. But let's see. So let's take out the modem. Let's plug in the battery, and now let's see if it fits back in its place, which the answer is, as I expected, no, it doesn't fit back. I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in just enough so the modem can be squeezed back in. I don't think so, but it's not like I plan to use the modem anyways. Yeah, I should be able to... Hey, no, 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 no. Wow, I managed to squeeze it enough. Okay. I'm just going to I'm wondering why Compaq couldn't just put batteries in normal places. So let's try again. This is as much as the battery will get in, and now it doesn't interfere with the modem. So one thing done. Now, second thing, let's get the hard drive out. Oh. Whoa! What a weird caddy! Oh my god, I have never seen a caddy like this. Okay. I might actually need a moment. I might actually need a moment to figure this out. So, first things first. Okay. it seems like this is, yes, only the nice. This is actually glued to the drive. Oh my, what's wrong with Compaq? What the hell was wrong with Compaq? Who the damn thought it was a good idea to make a caddy like this in the early 2000s? Oh my god. Oh my god, the travel star drive. Seriously, who thought this was a good idea? See. Okay, I got the caddy out. Oh my god! Who did really think this was a good idea? Oh my god. Why do I keep liking Compaq machines? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not meant to come off. It just broke, but it shouldn't be relevant. Oh my god. No comments. Yeah, just no comments. Oh hey, the missing plastic part. I'm just going to try to staple it back in place. This is the first time I'm going to try to staple something on live. And I think it's interesting because I've talked about this thing for a while, but never showed it. So you just get the plastic in place, pull the trigger, and let the heat do the job. The staples are pre-cut, so you can just bend them and we go out, but I still prefer to just cut them out because first time I tried to twitch them, to bend them to remove the excess, the plastic broke and the wrapper was missed, so I just prefer to cut them. If you want it to be more firm, after you have stapled it, You can just cover it with a bit of epoxy or a kind of glue, so it will hold better. Also, it will cover the staples themselves, which can be sharp, so covering it with epoxy will make the machine safer to use after repair. But I will do that off camera because epoxy takes quite a while to dry up. Another thing you can do is use another staple. Just want to remove this. You should use another heated staple, so you can melt the plastic a bit more. And yeah, if you haven't seen a plastic staple in action, now you have. To be fair, this is one of the best purchases I've made in terms of tools when it comes to repair all machines. You have no idea how many cases I've managed to save using this thing. Now that it's done, work as intended again. It's not like the battery works at all, but I don't like having holes in my machine, and also it has one of the legs here. Now it's time for the last part, which is the memory upgrade. Which in this regard follows the pattern of all the Armadas. You only have to open those slabs. Gonna remove the tip of the track point because it will fall anyways. And once you have removed those slabs, the keyboard would just unfold, and ta-da! The memory slots are here. It has one 64 megabyte module. I'm going to add a second 64 megabyte module for a total of 128. Bueno. Let's put this back on. And now it should be time of trying to get this to work. Okay, so now with everything ready, let's try. And then this is working. I'm going to use a recovery disc I found for this machine. I'm not going to bother getting into trying to configure the BIOS because it has absolutely nothing to configure. By default, it should try to boot first into the multi-bay. I got this takes a while. What options? There's no options to set in this machine. So this clearly hang up. Oh. Hang up so hard that I had to unplug it. Well, the recovery disk doesn't work because the system it installs refuses to boot. So any of the drivers is faulty and I don't know which one it is.